Okay, so today we have the Spart calf raise machine, which you can pick up on Amazon for about $150. So good price. If this even works modestly well, $150 for a calf machine versus substantially more. I checked for a Life Fitness or insert other commercial brand version of this. Quite a bargain. So let's run through a couple things. Some of this should be pretty obvious, right? It's not going to be as durable, as hardy as a commercial one, but this is 2x2 steel, just fine. This is 2x2 steel. This is all 2x2 steel down here. Assembly was relatively short, about 20 minutes. So you got both feet are going to bolt on the toe pads, or whatever you want to call this, bolts onto the actual frame at the bottom. And that arm bolts on. This piece here bolts on, and that is for 1 or 2 inch plates. I have, of course, elected for 2 inch plates, so you stick a piece over top of the 1 inch, dial down a bolt inside of there, an Allen bolt inside of that. That pushes this onto this. It does come with these clamps, which you will want because this rocks back and forth and the plates would slide off should you not have that on there. And they come with it. It's not a big deal. So anyway, this all bolts together. This is different. This is different. These are some screws that go from this piece into this. So your seat is attached to the piece that is moving for the toe raise itself. This is adjustable. The height is adjustable. The legs are adjustable. So finding where a good spot is for you is pretty easy. You just move stuff around until you figure it out. So it moves pretty well up and down. The arm works as expected. What I have been running into using this is that these 45-pound plates, of which I have 2, hit the arm on and off. So why is that happening? Well, if we go to the back here where your butt actually sits on here, and I don't know if I'll put a picture of this up here or not because it's kind of hard to get a video of, but this piece that attaches the butt seat to the peg itself is a piece shaped like that sits on to the other piece, and then the part goes up to the actual pad. So what happens when you start getting heavy is, because this is all there is holding that, the actual attachment, the actual bar that goes from the bottom to the top, moves back and forth. So the reason why the plates are hitting is because the entire seat has moved. And that is my complaint. Having said that, again, it's $150, so, there's some give and take here. That can be worked around by simply moving your feet forward and trying not to move, but it's kind of hard to maintain that spatial awareness of where you physically are other than visually looking at where the plates are hitting. So that is something you'll have to play with to figure out. I have some trust issues with that singular piece of steel holding up. There are band pegs too here, if you take bands to wrap around this, which is a nice touch. Louis Simmons was talking about that, so I haven't started doing it yet, but I can't fault his logic. That if you're using a machine, there should be bands on it so that resistance increases as you go through the range of motion. He's probably right, but I don't know enough to call bullshit on that. So I'm going to show you what this thing does. I will do a couple reps here with this. I'll try and move the camera to the side. If I can, I'll take the weight off and I'll just show you that I can move the whole thing so you can see what I'm talking about. I don't know if I can splice the videos together. That we'll see. But anyways, here we have just 90 pounds. I'm going to slide my legs up under here. Right now, this whole back is facing away from the camera. So I'm going to lift off and just push forward to what would be, I think, about halfway. So again, this is 90 pounds. 1, 2, 3. So pretty smooth, right? I could add the bands and show you that, but that's not really what I'm going for today. I would say for $150 though, this is not bad. I think if you took this to a welder and welded this piece back here, which I'm going to show you now. We'll do it this way. We don't do the splicing video. We'll do one long cut. That way nobody thinks I'm being sneaky. I think if you had somebody weld this piece that I'm going to show, it would work just fine. So, also has rollers on the front, so you can move it pretty well. Now, here's what I'm talking about. Right here. Can you see that okay? That is all that is. Right there is one thin piece of metal wrapped around and over like an L. See it? That's it. And this is welded to this and it goes up. My fear is that as you do your reps, you can see I can move it just with my hand. Look how much that's moving. My fear is this weld snaps and then it falls apart. So I think I'm going to sell it. It's not going to live with me. I had high hopes for it. I think if a beginner had this, you're only putting 30 or 40 pounds on it. Maybe some bands. I think it'd be a great piece. I think if you knew somebody that welds, or you can weld, and you just welded that front on there, I think you would relieve a lot of that. But if you're not going heavy, it probably won't matter. But my calves are pretty strong, so I'm going to continue using my leg press as my toe raise, because it's better. But that is everything I have to say about that. I picked this up for about $35, so I can't really complain. But it's already on marketplace for sale as we speak. So that's it.